Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and thanks for tuning in to another of my Kingdom Come Deliverance Let's Play videos. And in the last episode, we finally defeated Runt, the bandit leader, and we got a victory against the bandits at Privitslavitz, I believe is the name. And now we've come to find out that another bandit attack happened at this town, so we are headed here to interview, I think, one of the people who was attacked, I believe. If we take a look, interrogate the captive in Merhoyed and find out what happened to Matthias, which I guess is one of his friends. So, I guess we'll hop off our horse here. And, yeah, actually, let's try and move some of this stuff to horse here. So let's move all these ancient maps that I don't need. Oh, I can't move that. Let's move those two things over. Save your schnapps can be stored there. And that looks to be it. Alright, so we have to find out where this bandit is being held.
You're not allowed inside. If you want to go in, talk to Melikar.
Where is Melikar?
Good health to you.
I need to talk to that captive.
Sorry, no one's allowed inside. Melikar's orders.
But I'm Sir Radzig Cobbler's envoy, and I urgently need to question the captive.
I don't care if you're the Pope's envoy.
Oh boy,
I
here
can't
we
let
go.
you in. If you want to talk to the captive, you have to get permission from Melikar.
Well, where is Melikar? I don't even know where he would be at. What's in here? Awesome. Carrots? Who wants to rob carrots, man? Alright, so we're gonna have to find this Melikar fellow, wherever he may be. But at the same time, he may actually be sleeping. Can't talk to him.
Oh God, I can't bear the pain.
Okay, yeah, she won't talk to me.
No, go away.
Oh, and I don't have any lockpicks. I need to acquire some lockpicks, I think.
What Teresa's doing now. I could stop by and see her again. I enjoyed it last time.
We could go and see her. Let's look around here a little bit more, first off. And then we can always head over to see her. Because the problem is, by the time we get there, it's going to be day. And she's going to be like, ooh, come back later. This looks like the outer fringes of the town here. There must be like a bailiff's house or something of that nature around here, though. What about over here? This door is already open. Wow, that's dark in there. Torch, where you be at, Torch? Oh. Johan, can we talk to him?
Good day to you.
What's happened here?
Things are bad. Very bad. First we get attacked by them brigands. Barely come out of that alive, and now the plague.
Plague, you
Oh,
say?
crap.
Indeed so. Something's up with the village. Even the livestock are dying. It's a gruesome sight.
Let's ask about Matthias.
I'm looking for Matthias. He works as a stable hand at the stud farm.
Matthias? The brigands got him pulled out.
Oh no.
He's lying wounded at the stud.
Tell me more about this plague. It sounds terrible.
Worse than you can imagine. The old stud. Livestock, sheep, chickens. All dead or dying. No doubt the people will be next. Melikar's old woman's taken to her bed. And it doesn't look good. Straw's wife and brother, more and more.
I'm sorry to hear it.
Dang. Well, I can ask where can I find Straw, but I already know where he is.
I see. Well, if you stand at the main gate of the stables and look across the road, you'll see Straw's house on the right.
Okay.
Where will I find Melikar?
If you stand at the main gate of the stables and look across the road, Melikar's is the house on the left.
Okay.
Who are Melikar and Straw?
That's right. You're not from round here, are you? Melikar's the one looking after things round here now. Before that, it was down to Smill from the Noyoff stud. But they killed him that time they raided the place. And young Straw is the son of Andrew, a local woodcutter. Or was, I should say. The bandits sorted that. The old man isn't taking it well.
Dang.
Did you put up a fight?
We most certainly did. Once Melikar heard young Straw shouting to the hills, he handed everyone a pitchfork or a flail, and we ambushed the bastards.
Good on you. How did it turn out?
We gave them what for until they turned tail and ran. But they cut up young Straw. Something awful. He didn't live to see morning.
Ooh, brutal.
Who attacked you?
I don't know. Some bandits. Ever since Skalitz was raised, they've been marauding the whole province.
I heard the bandits didn't get very far here, though.
Luckily, young Straw saw them still over by the cross and woke the whole village. We even captured one. He's tied up now at Melikar's place. But then, the disease came.
I definitely asked all of
Thanks.
those
That'll be all for
questions backwards. Sorry about that. Alright, so we got a villager here, villager there. Alright, so he said from the main stables, look across the road. What is this B objective we got, though? Talk to Matthias. Alright, let's run and talk to Matthias real quick. What? He's just like lying here alone?
Hal? You're a sight for sore eyes. What are you doing here?
It's good to see you too, Matthias. Sir Radzig sent me here to investigate the raid.
Sir Radzig? Looks like you've come up in the world, mate. You're here as his envoy?
You could put it that way.
Something like that. But that's not important right now.
Well, I'm glad to see you have a job. Lots of our old neighbors have been reduced to begging. If I were in your shoes, I'd get the hell out of here. There's some disease spreading.
Disease?
Folk are saying it's the plague. Whatever it is, it's bad. It started the day after the raid. First the horses got sick, then other animals, and now people are falling ill too.
Oh, damn.
Alright.
Are you alright?
Well, at least I haven't caught the sickness.
But you've been hurt.
It happened during the raid. One of those damn bandits fell on me, horse and all. My arm's badly broken, but better than a broken neck.
Tell me about the raid.
What do you want to know?
Yeah.
I hear one of the raiders was taken captive. I'd like to question him.
Aye, old Melikar let him have it over the head with a flail, and now he's locked up in the barn. But be careful.
Why's that?
That fucker killed young Straw, and his old man's sharpening his sickle for him. Melikar still hasn't decided what to do with him.
I can tell you what he'll do with him. He'll hand him over to Sir Radzig's envoy. Me.
I doubt Melikar will let him go willingly. The folk here are baying for blood. Lives have been lost. First the raid, and now this plague. God knows what they'll do.
I'm interested if
Can
they
you
were
describe the
human or
raiders?
not.
I don't know. They came at dusk, so you couldn't see their faces. About 20 of them. They weren't humans, though. They spoke Czech.
You talked to them?
No. They were shouting at us. They were very sure of themselves to begin with, but when we hit them in the woods, they didn't look so brave.
Alright, I don't really need to know how they resisted.
Can I ask you a bit about Merho yet?
I haven't been here long enough to learn much, but ask away.
Yeah, let's just
Can you tell
cycle
me
through
something
these
about
questions
old
real quick
Straw?
and then we'll be done.
He's a woodcutter, tough as they come, and a hothead. He's been out of his mind since his boy died.
It's normal to grieve, though.
Depends how you look at it. Folk are afraid he'll snap or drink himself to death. What's worse, his wife caught the sickness, and he's not taking care of her.
Where can I find this straw?
When you take the main gate out of the stables, you'll see 2 cottages outside. Straw lives in the right-hand one.
And then Melikar lives in the
Melikar
left-hand
like?
one.
The locals look up to him. Smill used to be in charge here, but he was killed in Neuhof.
I know.
Sir Hanush hasn't had time to appoint a new vassal, and folk need someone to speak for them, so they picked Melikar.
Thank God you had someone here who could take the reins.
Aye.
Alright, so that's fine, I think. Oh, he just, like, lies back down on the ground. Okay, so out of the main stables, I guess it would be this gate, right across 2 cottages, so it's probably these 2 here, actually. If I sit, can I talk to him? No. Okay. That's the wife in there who's sick. How do I get into this cottage here? It's a villager. There's Melikar.
Are you Melikar?
Aye, that's me.
I need to speak with the prisoner.
And why is that? Who might you be?
Henry, envoy of Sir Radzig Kobyla. I'm here to investigate the attack.
I'm sorry. I have other things on my mind right now. In case you hadn't noticed, we have pestilence raging here. And Sir Radzig won't help us with that. Any more than he helped us when we were attacked.
Yeah, let's say no one could have known what would happen.
No one could have known what would happen.
If Sir Radzig hadn't pissed off into the woods and stayed in the camp, they would never have dared attack us.
If Sir Radzig hadn't gone into the woods, he'd have left so many to attack here that you'd never have fought them off.
It makes no odds now. We've a different problem to deal with.
If there's anything I can do, just tell me.
There's a stable hand living with us here, Matthias.
Yes, I know him.
And he knows some girl who helps out in the monastery infirmary. Johanka, I think her name is. She might know someone to turn to, if she's actually there.
Alright,
Very
that's
well.
fine.
I'll go to the monastery. It's probably our best hope.
Thank you. At least for taking the trouble. But then, even if you cared nothing for us, the prisoner's got the pestilence too. He'll die without help.
If I have to go to the monastery, I need to know as much as possible about the disease. I'll definitely need to know its symptoms. They're bound to ask me that.
It's hard to say. My wife is feverish. Others have the chills. I heard some are throwing up. Others still are breaking out in sores. But why don't you see for yourself? People talk a lot and I don't know what to believe anymore.
Very well, I'll make the rounds.
Ugh,
Go
that sounds
blind
like
on
a
the
lot of
afflicted
work.
houses. But don't stay too long in those homes.
That I can promise you.
Alright, well, let's just go to the monastery. So which one would that be? Investigate the plague and have a word. I guess I can talk to some of these villagers, but...
No, let me sleep. Go away. Leave me alone.
Well, nobody wants to talk to me, so we'll just head to the monastery then. Seems like it's quite far, so we'll take the horse. Let's go, Pebbles. I don't think that this plague is anything that the bandits had to do with, though. Like, I can't expect them to carry some kind of disease that they would be able to unleash on the townsfolk, but... Come on, horse. Should have actually probably, Oh, who's this guy here? How far is this Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a little ways. And then I think after we finish this quest, if it does become daytime, then we can go and visit Teresa once again. Whoa! Slow down, horse. You're going crazy over here. Trying to take some shortcuts here, but... I think that's the monastery there. I can see some lights in the distance. I'm just hoping that they don't have a massive amount of plague. Because then she's probably not going to want to come and help us out in the nearby town. Oh, this is like a massive river.
Jesus. Not as shallow as it looks.
I'm sure my horse isn't going to drown. Alright, Pebbles, relax. You're fine. Relax. Here we go. Johanka, there you are.
Johanka?
Henry?
I'm glad to see you.
Me too. I heard that you're doing well.
Not right now. Matthias sent me.
Matthias? My god, did something happen?
Yeah, let's tell them.
I don't know if you've heard about it, but Merhoyed was attacked.
Oh god. How is Matthias?
Wounded in the arm. He's being brave about it, but his injury looks bad.
I need to see him.
Before you go, there's something else.
What?
Some kind of disease has taken hold in Merhoyed. Their livestock has died off, and now the people are coming down with it too. I thought maybe someone here might know what to do.
Merciful heavens. How awful. It's a good thing you've come here. If there's any hope, this is the place to find it. You need Brother Nicodemus, the monastery physician. He may know how to deal with it.
Very well. I'll try to find him.
Come back when you know more.
Thank you, Johanka.
Oh, well, yeah, what's going on
happening here? Oh my god. Philip. They're all...
Yes? Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us.
Ooh, this is gonna be a side quest for sure.
Can I help
I
at
don't
all?
really want to ask. but-
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Ratai unconscious, and I needed a healer. How's everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up. People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
All right, chill.
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people? You've got scholars all around you.
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
Can I have a look at them myself? I know a little about healing.
Do you now? And what would you do if you burnt yourself at the forge?
First, you have to cool it down with water. Marigold ointment helps, and it's better if you don't bind it and let it breathe.
You do know what you're talking about. Looks like
Put
blacksmiths
down.
know about more than just pulling teeth.
Pulling teeth? Nothing to it. As long as you don't squeeze the pincers too hard and crush them.
Well, go and see if anyone needs anything. Just don't go pulling anyone's teeth.
I guess we can ask how she's
are you doing? You're the only woman here, alone in the monastery.
Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act like I don't exist. Too bad the custodian isn't one of those.
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time. Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him. He's constantly strutting around in front of me.
And, what else?
What do you mean, what else? He's invited me to his home.
I could do something about it, if you liked.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening people. It won't help me, and it definitely won't help the refugees.
All right, that's all I need
All
to
right,
know.
that's all I need to know.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether. Last week Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked an eye. We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever's in my power.
Okay. So, that's a villager. Brother Nicodemus here.
You're the one who's in charge of the wounded.
Yes, I'm the infirmarius here. Time was I only had a few elderly monks who couldn't walk to take care of. Now I have this mess to deal with.
Monks so old they can't hold themselves up with their own legs.
If that were the only bodily function they could control. But I shouldn't talk like that. It's a blessing to live to such an age.
Alright, let's ask
are the
about this
wounded from
first, and then we'll
Skalitz?
tell him about Mohoyed.
Some of them are well taken care of. But others are dying here needlessly. It's a good thing we have Johanka here. I'd never be able to manage on my own.
Guess we'll
How
just
can I
ask
help
how can
you?
we help.
Have you talked to Johanka?
I did.
Well, if you know something about it, then go and take a look. However, you don't look like you've studied the Hippocratic arts.
That's true. I'm the son of a blacksmith. But I have been around the wounded before. What do I do if I'm not sure of the treatment?
Come and speak to me. We'll see what we can do.
Thank you.
Now we'll tell him about this.
Some kind of disease has taken hold in Merhoyed. Johanka said that you might be able to advise.
A disease, you say? How intriguing.
Yes, it's very interesting, but can you help these people?
I can't say at this point. I need to find out a little more. Tell me, has the whole village come down with it?
We'll say about half the houses.
No, I mean, not yet. Several households have, around half the village.
Merhoyed? Isn't there a stud farm there? And what of the animals? Did they get infected too?
Yeah, they
Yes,
got
there's a
infected
stud farm.
first.
And they've all died off. The horses, the cattle, chickens, and now it's got to the people.
That is most intriguing. What are we to do about it? Do you know the symptoms?
You're the apothecary. Sure.
Yes, more or less.
Excellent. I have several extensive volumes here.
Oh,
in the library.
no!
Describe the epidemic, including the symptoms, and we could take some guidance there. Can you read?
Yep.
Yes, I can.
Excellent. So follow me to the scriptorium.
I don't need to know the symptoms because the guy told me some of the symptoms, so I think that is enough for us to figure it out. Oops. How to recognize ailments. It is known that the body of a man is composed of 4 humors: blood, yellow bile, black bile, and phlegm. If these are in balance, a person is heal and healthy. But if there is an excess of one, it swamps the body, disturbs the equilibrium, and leads to ailments or even death. Okay. So am I just supposed to read a bunch of random books, or? I can't read anything over here. Oh my goodness.
He'll be able to get out of this on his own.
Christ above! I can't get a wink of sleep.
What are you making such a fuss about?
A fuss? Because of my leg, I have to stay here for at least another week. Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning all night, I can't get any sleep.
Too bad.
Maybe I can make you something to help you sleep.
Oh, then for God's sake, do it quickly.
Find something to help the insomniac fall asleep.
Yes, that would make sense.
Oh my goodness, this is probably
Yes, that would make sense.
going to be really challenging.
Now what have we here?
Saving your schnapp.
Ever can it be? Febris e causa ignotum.
How do I get out of here? Oh, here we go. Oh, put away your sword, man.
Around here somewhere. Could it be?
Let's see what else is.
Everything here is fine?
What are the...
You're not from Skalitz?
No, but please help me. I can't stay here.
Why not?
Well, you're pretty battered, but I don't see anything that a few weeks' rest can't fix.
Weeks? My God, I have to get back to work sooner than that.
Is there anything I can do to help? It looks like they took care of your wounds.
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of purple herbs for it. And he got better very quickly.
And do you remember what the herbs were?
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge of the world in this place. Something has to be written about it. A herbarium. Anything.
I'll try to find something.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, probably not gonna happen.
Huh? Damn. Why are you waking me?
You look alright?
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the humans wound you?
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself a mischief while I was running away.
And do they rebandage it for you?
Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need changing. I'll get some.
I have bandages, though. Bandages for Hans, 2 out of 10. Oh, wow.
I'm not needed here. I'm not needed here. These wounds have been well taken care of. He'll be able to get out of this on his own. Philip, from Skalitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly. He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka.
Where's Johanka at? Got more people over here?
He just needs to sleep. He'll be able to get out of this on his own.
Where did Johanka go to? Is this her?
What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded, but he's really pale and doesn't react at all.
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. We tried to straighten it, but I don't know if we did it right. I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before, and it didn't end well.
My God. There has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I don't know anyone else who can.
I'll do it.
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
You?
Unfortunately, I've had occasion to try this sort of thing before. You have to place the bones as precisely as you can next to each other. It's hard, but you have to ignore any screams of pain. That's the only way to help him.
Well, fine. Try it then.
Alright, let's see.
One of the sick men, Semek, is complaining about pain and the fact he can't work. He says he...
Semek? Is he one of our people?
No, he's a construction worker. He's bruised and confined to...
Henry, for God's sake! Our neighbors are dying here. Your friends! There isn't time to waste on some construction worker's bruises. Oh, honestly, what were you thinking?
Listen, all I need to find out is the name of a herb.
Then go and look it up in a book. You've got your own herbarium, haven't you?
No, I don't
What
recall.
happened to Philip?
Poor man. There was nothing wrong with him, and now he's getting worse every day.
But do you know why?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Skalitz, you see. He hid for days, among the corpses.
Oh, so he's probably got a
He got
disease,
poisoned.
yeah.
But what can we do?
Us? Nothing. Only Father Simon might have been able to save him. He knew a lot about poisons.
And where is he?
You know he left Skalitz years ago.
And does anyone know where he ended up?
If you believe the stories about a wild man in the woods, then Rovnar is the place to go. God bless.
Goodness, so I'm getting a lot of little side missions here. Alright, so we can try and straighten this guy's leg here. This is probably going to be bad.
Are you holding him firmly?
Aye.
Nice.
Hey, watch it, lout.
I think I have it.
Yes? And what do you make of it?
Oh. Maybe poisoning from the water?
It's poisoning from tainted water.
That's a total
Really?
guess, though.
That sounds rather unlikely. But if Master Johann of St. Paul's said, we shall have to prepare some...
I could help with that.
Really?
Yes. I know my...
An
You
ordinary
don't,
fellow
though.
knows the arts of physics.
I'll get started right away.
I, meanwhile, shall head straight to,
Merhoyed.
Oh yes, Merhoyed. I'll take your hanker with.
Thank you, brother. There's one man there who needs your care more urgently than anyone. He's an important witness in the investigation of some murders.
Out of the question. I shall spend time with the sick in order of their medical needs, not your worldly needs.
Do you know anything about herbs?
I'm not an expert, but I know a little something. Is it urgent?
Well, one of the workers who was injured during construction would like to get back to work. He mentioned some purple flowers that would...
Herbs.
Oh, purple herbs that should help.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but you can have a look in the herbarium here. There won't be too many purple herbs for bruises and sprains.
How about some potion to induce heavy sleep?
Certainly. The old reliable.
Reliable?
Some of the brothers like a good sleep, and sometimes that's the only way to get one. I'll show you how.
Thanks.
Okay, Alright, so... Merhoyed Remedy, the recipe for the healing potion that should cure the afflicted Merhoyed villagers. Clean water, handful of Valrina, 2 of thistle, some charcoal. Fever and headache. Lullaby. So I think this is the thing that helps them go to sleep. So what are we supposed to do? Prepare oil, a handful of poppy, 1 of thistle, and 1 of herbs. Oil. I'm probably going to have to go collect all of this stuff, aren't I? Handful of poppy, 1 of thistle, and 1 of herbs. So where's all the herbs? Yeah, we probably don't have the herbs necessary for that. Oh, okay. All right. So we'll need 1 of these. Actually, let's just take all there. Just checking to make sure there's nothing else that we might need. Alright, so let's start alchemy. So let's do the thing that's going to help people sleep first. Wherever that was. I hope that I got the Marrowhead remedy. That was probably lazy of me to not check that out, but... Okay, so we need prepare oil, poppy, thistle, and herb. Drop the poppy in the cauldron and boil for 1 turn. Add thistle, boil. So poppy, then thistle, then herb. Okay. So let's prepare this. So we need the oil. And then we have to do the poppy first. Poppy, thistle, and herb. Okay. So let's grab the poppy first. Let's get the fire going. And it said boil for 1 turn, so let's let the sand glass do its thing. This is really in depth. I'm actually pretty impressed with this. There we go. Then we need the thistle next. And let's get the bellows on that. For 1 turn. And then drop the poppy in. Add the thistle, boil for 1 more turn, leave to cool, and then add the herb perry. So it's probably cooled enough. So let's add that now. And it looks like we don't have to boil this. So that should be done. Now let's grab a vial. And get the potion. And that is done. You've brewed something to help him sleep. Excellent. Okay, so let's go back to here. And let's go to the previous page. So the Mohoyed remedy. Oh man, I'm hoping that I wasn't... Well, I was lazy, but I'm hoping that I guessed the right one. But it makes sense, because typhoid fever, I don't think it affects animals and people in the same way. But the only thing that both of them would be doing is drinking the water. And it makes sense that the animals may succumb to it first because they were drinking the water, but then at nighttime, you know, if you drank some water before you went to bed, then the people are slowly starting to get ailed with it as well. So I'm hoping that that was the right choice. But okay, so we need clean water, then we need valerian, 2 thistles, and some charcoal. So drop the thistle in the cauldron and boil for 2 turns. Then add to the valerian and boil for 1 turn, leave to cool, then add the charcoal, but do not boil. Okay. So let's add some water. Alright. And then in the inventory, so we're gonna need charcoal. And thistle, valerian, and I think that's it. Prepare clean water, 1 handful of valerian, 2 thistle, and charcoal. So thistle in the cauldron and boil for 2 turns, but we need 2 thistle. So that's 1. Oops. I can't put any more thistle in there? Okay, well, maybe that's all we needed for it. So turn that sandglass over. 2 of thistle and some charcoal. Drop the thistle in the cauldron and boil for 2 turns. So I can't add any more, so it must be... that must be enough. So we're going to let that boil. Then we add the valerian and boil for 1 more turn. So let's grab the valerian. Pop that in. One more turn, and then we leave to cool and add the charcoal, but do not boil. So I think that's cool enough. I'm not sure if we're supposed to grind that up or not, but find out from Brother Nicodemus how things have happened in Moyos. So let's use the vial. Grab some of this medicine here. Potion brewing has failed. All ingredients are lost. What? See, it's because I think we needed 2 thistles. Alright, let's try this again. Maybe I needed to just add more thistle in there. Not exactly sure. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, and I'm out of thistle. Ooh, do. Dang it. Alright, well, let's exit that for now. Let's give this guy his stuff you need.
I've got something for you.
Really?
Drink this, and you'll fall straight to sleep.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, so that's completed. So we did that, we did that. So it's this guy over here.
Yeah. Shit.
Hopefully I have what you need.
No, I don't, actually. Well, do I? Wait, let me check in the herb book. I forgot to read about that. Read. Let's go to herbs. Wormwood. Fever and headache. Night bandage. For increasing strength. Bonnet grows on roadsides and fields. Greatly increases strength. Fatigue. Lowers speech. That is not... That's not what I needed. Dang it, that's so annoying that I used all that thistle. Maybe it's because I didn't have another one. Because I only had 1 thistle left because I made that sleep draught. Alright, well, let's see what my quests are here. So I gotta find a lot of bandages. Healing herbs for Semic. None of these are coming up, though. In my... Can't track them. I thought they said the remedy failed. So you have 2 bandages here. Yeah, it said that that failed, so that's not what I needed. So now I'm gonna have to find some thistles around.
You've got no business here. You're just in the way.
Wow. Alright then. Maybe I can ask, Oh, she's gone. Alright, well, let's just sleep for now. And we'll save it. Not much went on this time, but we'll just sleep till 7. But after this, it will save, and then I think we're going to leave it here. What I will do in the next episode is I'll try off screen to find some thistles, and maybe gather some other things that we need done for the side quests, and then we will pick it up again in the next episode, get that all done, and then head back to Mohayyed with the proper potion. But there is the game saved, so I'm going to leave it here, guys. But yeah, I don't just want to rush through the main quest line. I would like to do some side quests if possible. So hopefully you did enjoy this episode. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this in the future. And as always, I will see you in the next one.